Hey, this is Chuck, and you are listening to Fans with Bands, the podcast where we talk to the fans and the bands they dig about life, music, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. Today on Fans with Bands, we are talking to Dead in 5. Check it out. Hey, this is Chuck with Fans with Bands, and I am talking to Dana, James, Bob, Dave, and Brent from Dead in 5.
Woo!
And we have fans, Petra, Paige, Graham, Gryffen joining us as well. How's everybody doing?
Hey, good.
Good.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Very cool. Very cool. So usually with Fans with Bands, I like to just flip it over to the fans and find out their story about how they got into the band Dead in 5 and, maybe share some of your favorite concert experiences or just, the first time you listened to their music and went, God damn, this is fucking awesome. So Petra, how did you become a fan of Dead in 5?
Well, James is my cousin.
All right. Very cool.
And he had a band before. It was Mound Road Engine.
Yep.
So, and then now it became Dead in 5. So I listened to all that stuff.
Yeah,
I haven't been to a concert yet, though. I can't wait.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah,
Awesome.
hopefully we can go to Hamilton after all this is done.
Yeah, that would be nice.
COVID thing.
There you
That
go.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
I love Hamilton.
So,
It's a great city, man.
Oh,
So
good.
so Graham, how did you become a fan of Dead in 5 way out in Australia?
Oh, I went over to my friend's house one day, and I've known him for like 30-something years, and he was playing it, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And he goes, oh, it's Dead in 5. And I went, oh, cool. And he goes, yeah, well, you can get some merchandise if you want. I went, yeah, cool. And so I set that up, and I got a CD and a couple of T-shirts, and obviously haven't seen a concert because we're a bit far away, but yeah. But no, yeah, that's how I got into it, and I really like their music. It's good. Yeah. So
Awesome.
and,
Thanks, man. That's so cool.
yeah, you guys are pretty cool. Yeah, so I've heard a fair few of the songs, like you've played them to me, and yeah, I've got the CD there. I haven't played it yet, but I'm going to. Yeah, but
Awesome.
yeah, but I wear the T-shirt all the time, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, I've been telling people about it. Yeah, try and advertise it over here.
Excellent. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
That would be killer to get.
No worries.
I think we need to send him more merch.
Yeah. Well, what you need to do is ship you guys in the boxes over there.
That would be amazing.
All right.
But the state of the United States, I probably would not come back.
Yeah. Oh man.
And it's summertime there, so
And that even
Nice.
suits my Pacific Island ass even better. So excuse my language. I know there's a little here watching. So
Oh man. Gryffen, how about you?
I gotta say I was like born into it, I guess.
all right,
Yeah.
boy. Yeah, boy.
No choice, kidnapped, all that.
Kidnapped, shipwrecked.
hmm
Very nice.
Yeah, he's been. Gryffen, you were at the Naked Biker Fest,
I was
right?
not. No, that was Andrew.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that was
right.
Andrew.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
He got traumatized for life, I believe.
You've been to a few of our gigs.
Yeah,
I
no,
know
I
that.
have. There was like one time where I suffocated everyone with the fog machine. That was fun.
You saw
That's what it's
you
for.
saw the Park Plaza. You saw
Oh,
Set Park
yeah.
Plaza
Yeah,
Motor City Muscle.
Yeah, that's right.
for a motor.
yeah. That's
Motor
where
City
I
Muscle.
drowned everyone. Yeah.
It's the Motor City Muscle.
Nice. And how about Paige?
Hi.
Hi.
So I am also James's cousin. so that's
Holy cow.
great. And obviously Dana, she's my other cousin now as well, and both are definitely inspirations in music to me because they're so wild, so fun. On the stage, I've seen like some footage and whatnot. I haven't been to any shows. I would love to.
Right.
But COVID times.
Yeah.
So that's not happening. But
COVID times.
yeah, so I'm a fan for sure.
Awesome.
Very cool. And then I didn't Samsung MSMJ727. What's your name, buddy?
I think that's Dave.
No, that's
Dave?
Toledo Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joe,
Joe's on the line.
Joe.
Where's Joe?
Joe from
you
Toledo.
gotta unmute him. Joe, unmute.
You have to unmute, Joe. Oh, might be on there somewhere. Should be a button say mute.
Well, Dave
Joe.
has a sip.
Joe should know these things.
Yeah.
He should be way
I don't see
further
Joe.
than I am.
He's in the lower left corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe.
the lower left corner.
Oh,
Hey, Joe.
Ed,
Joe.
who's Ed?
Joe, can you hear us?
I think I'm on.
No, there's Dave or Joe.
Hear him now.
Hey, Joe, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
All right. I'm unmuted.
You are unmuted. So let's bounce over to you. How did you become a fan of Dead and Five?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh, good. That's what we're
There
all
was-
about. Long stories.
There was a
He don't
friend
even
called.
he don't even really like us.
No, I don't. I don't at all. I always end up being the one that has to buy the. I met Dana when she had blue hair about
Nice.
1,000 years ago
Yeah.
when she was in another band, and our friend Bubba took us to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show, and we met, and the rest is history, I guess. I don't know.
Very cool. Very cool.
Now you can't get rid of us.
No.
And Ed, I think you're a relative as well.
Yeah, I'm James's cousin, and I've been following James's rock and roll career from Mound Road Engine to all the way to Dead and Five. I actually did get to see him in concert at the
Yep.
Ritz, probably, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And that was quite a concert.
Awesome.
And yeah, I've been following Dead and Five ever since. I've been watching lots of their
Yeah.
videos on YouTube, and
I'm
been
so
following.
good.
And I do know you guys did get the
last year.
Detroit Music Award, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
remember
we got
reading.
best rock
Oh,
band.
wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
awesome.
he's gonna get the
That's
award.
You get to see it. You get to see it in person. That actually, Ed, that actually brings up a question that I wanted to ask the band: is how important was that for you guys to win that award? What did that feel like for you guys?
It felt good, real good.
Yeah, no, it was great. The only if
There
there's
it is.
there it is.
Very
There it
nice.
is. Nice.
Yeah, the only
It's in my abode for at this moment, and just like the Stanley Cup, I've been doing all sorts of unspeakables with it.
We'll get some hand sanitizer
the
for
only
that.
thing-
It's my first one. It's old news for Dana and stuff, but it's my first one, so I'm really super proud of it. Been working hard at this stuff for like 30 years, and then yeah. Anyways, that's a whole nother story.
Well, actually, that's the story I want to hear. Is like, what does it mean to you? Because I think it's super cool that you guys have gotten recognition. You've been, kicking out fucking awesome rock and roll for a while, and I think it's cool that you got recognized. But I was curious.
It's just it's just it's just an award, and an award. A lot of people say an award doesn't mean anything, but when you're 54 and you're still doing this, you've been doing it since 1986. I started my career I done my first show at the Troubadour on September 7th, 1986.
Wow.
So in Hollywood, California. So just to have a little validation, which I've, it's just pretty cool. And especially with this group of friends and musicians, we've been trying really, trying hard for 8 years. Dead and Five has been around, and it's that's a long time. Longevity has there's something to say about longevity, especially in the Detroit music scene. And there's very few bands that are able to stick it out and actually who like each other. And we're actually like real friends. We actually like each other, love each other. You know, just to finally snatch up a Detroit Music Award, even though it was COVID and we had to watch it online and everything, and it was like it was like a little flash in the bottom of the street. Dead in 5 wins.
Right.
I was like,
that was the only thing. That was the only thing that was a little sort of a bummer. Like normally it's at the the Fillmore Theater, huge theater, and it's a big party, and everybody's having a blast. The drinks are flowing, and people are partying, and there's a band playing, and it's awesome. And the year we finally win it, it's like COVID, so there's no party.
It's a
COVID,
it's a COVID
It's
Zoom
still
party.
awesome. I mean,
we got to play.
we're super
We
happy
got to play there, James.
Yeah, we're super happy to have won it, and super happy to have won it, and proud of it, super proud of it, and it was a cool honor.
Excellent.
definitely cool.
Very nice. So I was curious, and maybe I should know this, but I don't know this. Where did the name Dead in 5 come from? Where did that originate?
Dana?
Miss Dana?
Our former guitar player, Petra Segland, the Doctor, also known as the Terminator, he came up with it because we were in a band before Dead in 5 called 60 Second Crush. And Brent was actually in that band as well. And we ended up breaking up. Our lead singer wanted to pursue any other things, which is Tom Harmon. He's in the punk rock band Screw, which is excellent punk band. Anyway, just before we broke up, we got licensed in this movie called Dead in 5 Heartbeats, which is about the Hells Angels. And it was just really cool. So Petra was like, well, we're forming a new band. We met Rob and we decided to form a new band. Why don't we, have reference to that movie and call it Dead in 5? Now, we've kind of come to embrace that meaning as like, you could be dead in 5 minutes,
right?
Dead in 5 hours. Like live like there's no tomorrow because you could be dead in 5. So that we can really embrace that.
Awesome. That's kind of what I thought. That's was my interpretation. Dead in 5. Like you could be dead tomorrow. So just live, rock and roll. And I think that's what your music to me speaks to. That just. And sometimes, and hopefully it doesn't come across bad, but I think you guys is like, the Mad Max of rock and roll bands. They just have this certain vibe, that's the kind of killer instinct to which I love. And the music, I think, speaks to that.
If this year has taught us anything, it is to live for today.
Yeah. Well, and that was another question I wanted. Go ahead.
Can I just say that might be why the Aussies love us, because we're like the Mad Max of rock and roll. What do you say?
Yes.
Our friend Graham has badass hair, I have to say.
Yeah.
I love your hair. It's awesome. Mommy.
Thanks. There's a bad hair day today.
I know it's early at 7 o'clock. He's probably like, that's bedhead, fucker. So
summertime hair.
I wish I had summertime hair.
Cool.
My hair is made of ice cubes right now. So it's actually turning into ice. You can see that.
Yeah.
Icy stuff. Like Chuck's beard.
That's right. Well, I've been gray for I think since I was 30.
Bro, I've been fighting the fight since I was 27, and then
I wish I could grow a beard.
Andy.
I have you all beat. I had my first gray hair at age 11.
Oh my god.
I think mine was 24. But then back then, it was the 80s hair time, and my hair was like Tom Kiefer from Cinderella.
Yeah.
I didn't care. Everybody was dyeing their hair black anyways, and I was picking them out at a massive. I'd have a whole sink full of gray hairs. Finally, I was like, "Fuck, I gotta buy some."
So how has Dead in 5? I mean, obviously shows are put on hold for the immediate future. Going on a year now. What are you guys doing to and how are you weathering the pandemic storm? Writing any new music or just keeping it just trying to do things online? What's
we're doing great. We get together once a week. We've probably got a good 8 to 10 songs written in this time period, and it feels great. We're not focusing on getting ready for the next show. We're just writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't be happier doing that.
We definitely have been, it slowed us down for a little while. At first, for the first, like the quarantine and stuff, we were all being very responsible.
We just stayed home for 2 months.
And stayed home, because it was a really weird, kind of scary time. Yeah. Actually, I shut down for 9 weeks myself. Then I couldn't take it no more. I had to go back to work. But as far as the band, we were being smart with each other and of course our loved ones. So, but then when we finally decided to safely resume getting together, and since our shows and everything were canceled for the whole rest of the year, we didn't want to focus on just getting together to rehearse and play and of course we love all of our old tracks and our old stuff, and that's what our bread and butter and what got us to where we're at with Dave and then bringing Brent back to the band and everything. We just decided to start writing, and our new material is exciting. It's fun. It's different, but at the same time, there's some stuff that has qualities of some of our original stuff in our first record that brought us to kind of, like you said,
diversity.
Chuck, kind of our just Detroit blacktop style,
Yep.
Burn My Eyes and Pressure Head and stuff like an Outlaw Hell Ride. We kind of have some new stuff, but in a whole different style. We got our track Zero Gravity Conflict and a whole bunch of other really cool new material that we can't get to unleash on you guys. And we're actually doing, instead of going to a studio, and we're actually doing this new recording in-house. We do everything. Wow. We do everything in-house. All of our videos, all of our cover sleeves of our CDs, our artwork and everything. We all choose and pick it, and Miss Dana we put it all together. Joe and Dana, and we all make our videos together and everything. It's all in-house. So we decided we're using Brent has taken up home recording and has invested some I'd imagine some pretty good coin into our equipment. So we just decided that, this one, we're going to just start recording songs and we're not going to stop till we can start playing out again.
Yeah. So that's what we've been focusing on, is like writing, and, we invested in, home recording equipment, mics, and, the whole 9 yards. And so that's what we've been doing, just writing and, recording. So yeah, we should have, by the time this is all over, we'll have like a new release ready and, a bunch of new songs, and we'll, be ready to hit the stage again soon, when we can.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sounds awesome. Awesome.
That's really cool.
Sweet.
So part of obviously Fans with Bands is about the fans too. So I want to flip it around and see if any of the fans have questions for the folks in Dead and Five.
I do.
Go for it.
The writing process. How's that go? Does someone bring in like a riff and then like Robert will like write lyrics over it, or how's that work? I'm just curious.
That's the beauty of it. You can bring whatever you want to bring. It's going to get heard, and that's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember, you're bringing it to James on drums, so you got to bring the real. It's all about making the drummer happy.
I feel like, Andy, that
the drummer,
Brent and Dave, of course, and Miss Dana, they all bring riffs and stuff into the mix. Anything that anybody's thinking about, even James, he'll start playing a beat. we'll all start playing along to it. And I have thankfully and luckily, I have the ability to be able to improvise almost over anything that they throw at me.
That's so awesome.
So, and then I also contribute songs myself, as far as sometimes it's just the lyrics, sometimes it's I bring a whole thing, and I'll start singing something and they'll start playing it, and I'll be like, that's exactly what I was thinking. And matter of fact, one of our newest ones that we're working on is something that I sort of brought, and they just turned it into a song as well. So the process is just everybody sort of brings stuff in, and we work it out, and sometimes we yay it, sometimes we nay it, most of the time. But yeah, so our process is we're very, very, very lucky to have the writing process we have. No one there's not one of us that is the solemn songwriter of the band. And that's why when you see our credits or whatever, it showed, right, this is my shit. No. It's all songs written by Dead and Five, not lyrics by Rob and music by Brent, or music by Dave and lyrics by Rob, or anyway, it's all songs by Dead and Five. You know, there's not.
Yeah. And so that's how, like, a lot of times, it'll just be, someone will bring in even just a lick or a riff, and we'll just build on it. You know, someone will start jamming a riff and we'll just build on it. Or like Bob said, I'll start playing a drum beat, and, you know, Dave will jump in, we'll just start jamming over it. And then if it sounds cool, we just, build a song from there.
That's my favorite way. It's just when something drops out of the sky, you know, James will, like you said, James will hit a beat, and something will just fall right out of the sky, and then we all start piling on. Brent tends to bring in fully realized demos. He spends a lot of time on his demos.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, Brent.
There's different methods, and they're all valid. They're all fun.
Does everyone write the lyrics, Bob, or is that a rapper?
That's my department. I take care of all the vocals, all the lyrics, all the vocal lines, and most of the arrangements. You know, these guys will bring me a track where I'll say, well, we need 4 of these and 6 of these and 4 of these and 4 of these, and we all kind of work it out. We will end up working it out. But as far as lyrics, that's pretty much my department.
That's one thing I've always thought was real cool about Bob is, if we're jamming, like if we just literally wrote a riff a minute ago, like Bob can just like materialize a vocal line, like just out of thin air. Like you said, he's just really great at improvising vocal lines and melodies. It's really cool.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, very cool. Anybody else have questions for the guys in Dead and Five?
BJ needs to unmute. This pic was given to Mr. Rick Nielsen.
He's like, I was thinking the same question. What's up with Bob's hair?
Yeah, Bob, your hair looks fucking cool.
Is it two-tone now or what?
Huh?
Is that two-tone or is that just
it's two-tone? Okay, fucker. You know, I work like 60 to 70 hours a week, and I didn't get a chance to throw some paint in it. So you're getting Pepe Le Pew. Okay. Okay. So that's how it is. Thanks, Joe, Mr. Full Head of Hair.
Awesome. Anybody else got questions for Dead and Five? If not, no worries. I can pop in.
BJ.
What's going on, guys?
What do you got going, dog?
Just like you, working my ass off and then doing what I love in the evenings and on the weekends, man.
And that's playing the guitar.
Damn right.
And you got married. Congrats, BJ.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, we got married New Year's.
And it's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
One more trip around the sun, right, guys?
It's your birthday.
Cheers. Cheers, BJ.
Gonna have a good time.
All right, Bob.
Happy birthday.
So BJ, how do you know these guys? How do you know Dead and Five?
Well, Brent and I have been friends since high school, back in 10th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, been forever. And we lost track of each other here and there a few times. I had moved up to the Detroit area. I was in Dearborn Heights for a little while. And he was in Ann Arbor, and we hung out for a while. And then I came back home. We lost track of each other, and somehow
we had our kids.
Yeah, we had kids.
We had our kids.
Yeah, that was life. Life happened.
Right, life.
But we've always kept in touch, and we've always had the music thing together. We started playing guitar together in high school. We were both playing young, and we're still trading riffs to this.
Awesome.
Still writing.
That is cool.
Yeah. And I'm the whole reason he's presenting full demos.
Thanks, BJ.
Sorry, guys.
All right. At least we know the source now.
It is definitely BJ.
Our friend Andy Maines joined us from Ohio.
Hey.
Right.
Andy.
Thanks, Dana. Yeah, I love you guys. I was at the Rat Show.
Oh, cool.
Round and around.
Oh man, that show was epic. That show was so
I wish you guys could have gotten your award, at the awards.
Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier.
Yep. Yeah, that show was so great. Oh,
that rat show was if you're gonna see one Dead and Five show, that may have been the show to see.
I've seen it twice, and both were great.
Wait, Gryffen, I need you to turn yourself on because I got a question for you.
What's up?
Are you sitting in a fucking grow room or something? What the fuck's going on over there?
It's my fucking basement.
Some fucking complete terrestrial alien.
Right? I am in the jungle here. It's great. We got this over here. It's like a whole thing.
Oh my god!
Right?
And Joe, you look like you're being surrounded by
Yeah, I got my palm trees.
Some sort of palm trees,
Jamaica.
Or
Jamaica Joe.
Right, yeah, you guys.
They had to come in for the winter.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta love the trees.
Yes.
I'll bet you money if you go over to Brent's, it's like a rainforest in there. See, look.
Behold.
I had to bring it in just for this.
And Graham, I see Graham's twisting a doobie right now, or a cigarette or something, and he's lighting it up. All right, I love you guys. All right.
Awesome. That's so awesome.
I think we got a Richard. Do we have any audio from Richard?
Yeah. Richard, is that Richard Rolls? Who is it? Richard,
can you hear us? Oh.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Maybe not.
Nope, maybe not.
The unmute might pop up late. It did on mine. It all of a sudden just popped up.
Wonder if
so he might not be able to unmute.
Wonder if that's Dick Rockman.
Dick Rockman.
Oh no,
Richard Blondie.
Richard Blondie.
What?
No microphone.
Richard Blondie. Oh my gosh. Hey, Richard.
Richard Blondie is
he said he's got no microphone.
photographer.
Yes, he's
Richard
done lots
Blondie.
of photography.
Long time no see.
I think he may be an attorney as well, but I think he's a photographer.
I got
very
something
cool.
for Richard
Nonetheless,
Blondie.
he's very cool scene guy.
Yep, I've met Richard. He's a great guy, and he's a great photographer too.
Yeah, absolutely. Super cool.
Yeah. So I do have a question for you guys, and that's related to the last EP. When did that come out? 2019?
Oh, Automatic Death Machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you like to know about it?
Yeah.
Know when it came out. Not Google that.
So I'm curious about the title, because there's a wide array of music on there, but obviously there's the
title track
song, the title track, which has to me has like a completely different feel from a lot of the other tunes. I don't know if everybody else feels that way, but it did to me. And I was curious, like, what kind of headspace were you guys in when you were writing that music?
You know, Chuck, that
Who did Bob break
that's a
up with
very
that
good
week?
question because who said that? Was that Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, well, not only that, but you know, that's not even a Phenomena song. That we were very pissed off when we wrote that record. Just sort of what was going on in our, you know, politically and just and not that I want to bring politics into this or anything, but just what was going on in the whole sort of our all of our lives. We were all going through so much shit. Petra was still in the band, and his mother was sick, and Miss Dana's mom, God bless her soul, she was sick as well, and we were and Brent, we all had loss, and we all had stuff going on, and I had a bunch of, I was working in Southern Indiana and away from my band, away from my family, away from my girlfriend at the time, and there was just but it was mostly just how shitty everything seemed to be going, and what affected our lives as far as policies and our families, and it was just a gloomy time. We managed to, and I'm very, the way I write my lyrics, I'm very, I put it all out there sort of, and when I wrote that, if you listen to it, it sounds like kind of like an 80s thrash song. I don't know what, you know, that's what I get from it. Yep. We were working with a couple guys from that we have never worked with before, and Nick Morris and Josh, what's the guy's name? Josh Dillon from the Pipe Yard Studios. A great facility, great guys. We you know, the whole process and everything, and all the tracks on that song were just I think a combination of just exactly how each and every one of us felt. I mean, as far as the way I applied my vocals to the music that they gave me, I would fly in from Southern Indiana to do on a weekend to do vocals, and then fly back out, and I wouldn't see these guys for another month.
Oh shit.
And but it was a long time coming. We at first, when we first got together, we released our first record that we recorded with Andy Padalon and Tim Padalon out at the Loft, and then right after that, we were with Matt Dalton at 37 Studios doing our goddamn zombie record, because we were hired to write a soundtrack for the movie Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies, and it was a lyric specific thing, and they hired us to do like I think like 10 songs or something. So and there were, you know, Kurt Angle and Roddy Piper and Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and all these guys were in this movie. And if you listen to the movie, Denim 5 has 3/4 of every song in it. It featured at the Bram Stoker's Horror Festival, and it came to United States. A guy, Cody Knotts, who is Don Knotts' nephew, came to our place in Westland, our old rehearsal studio in Westland in Michigan.
Don Knotts' what was it?
It was Don Knotts' nephew.
Dana found him on Craigslist or some shit.
That's what worked out, man.
We end up they end up hiring us to write this motherfucking
we scored the whole thing.
Wrestling video. And we were only together like a
You
year.
couldn't make this up. You couldn't make
They
this
paid
up.
us like, I think like 15K or 17K or some shit like that.
That's awesome. I mean, I just like the Don Knotts'
But I mean, we hung out with Hacksaw Jim Duggan at the bowling alley in Royal Oak and shit.
Have Joe tell him about picking up Hacksaw Jim Dugan at the airport. Tell that story, Joe. Where's Joe? Toledo Joe.
I showed up at the airport, picked him up. I'm like, hey man, I'm here to pick you up. And he's a pro wrestler, so he's got to be in shape, right? First stop, liquor store, then McDonald's,
and then CVS pharmacy.
Yeah, we stop at the liquor store, and he comes out with like 5 bottles.
Yeah.
I don't know what he had. And then right to McDonald's, and I think I know that he ate the McDonald's before we even got close to the venue, and I think he downed 1 bottle also, man. He was
nice.
We were smoking weed together behind the venue.
Okay, I have props.
Oh man,
I've got my Mad Max props. So we're in, I'm so, as you know, probably figured out, I'm in my office, so I've got all sorts of shit around. Joe, that's the best story ever. I never even heard that, although I know that Linda and Mary were smoking weed and shit with them outside of the bowling alley and shit.
Yeah, I get to the venue and it's a bowling alley. I'm like, wait a minute, it's a bowling alley. What the hell?
But dude, it's like the sweetest bowling alley in the.
It was a great night,
Michigan.
man.
Awesome. That is awesome.
But yeah, the whole Chuck, as far as the automatic death machine question, we were just some pissed off individuals. I feel like I'm happy with the way it turned out, but it is what it is. I don't feel like it's. I hope everybody likes it. It can bring you to a whole different part. Like you could listen to "Leave Me for Tomorrow" off our first record, or listen to something off of Automatic Death Machine and want to like stick a knife in somebody. But
yeah,
other than that,
I just noticed a departure, a little bit of a change in the direction of the music, but definitely vicious and heavy, and that tune especially is very heavy. So I was just curious, like what the mentality was behind it. So cool.
My favorite part of this band is the diversity. Automatic Death Machine was straight up, was heavy and angry. I think the new record coming out next year it comes back to that diversity. There's like an R&B song, there's some heavy shit, there's some catchy shit, atmospheric. It's much wider sonically than Automatic Death Machine was.
It says we're explicit.
Oh yeah.
It's explicit, all right.
Explicit. Automatic. I just pulled it up because I don't know what songs are on it exactly. So it says explicit, Dead and 5.
Yeah, you've been warned.
It's kind of like if you got the whole PMRC tag, then you're cool.
So there's a question I like to ask everybody because I'm always interested in what was their origins into music, and with that question, I want to know, like, what was the first album you bought? And it could have been given to you as a gift or whatever, but your first album. And let's start off with Dave. What was your first album that you bought?
Well, the first album I bought was Kiss Alive.
Nice.
But prior to that, my parents had one of those old stereos, the piece of furniture that was like 8 feet long, and and so I dug into the records on that, and that included Johnny Cash live at Folsom, a Hot Rod surf record that Hot Rod Lincoln was on. So yeah, hot rod music, Johnny Cash, and Kiss.
Excellent. You can't go wrong with that.
There we
You can't go wrong with that. Brent, how about you?
My first album that I ever bought with my own money was Zeppelin In Through the Outdoor on 8-track.
Wow, nice.
So that's it. That's what I had my own money. But then, of course, my mother's albums, she was a hippie. So I had all kinds of hippie albums.
Nice. Was there anything in particular that she had that you really dug?
She brought home David Bowie records.
Nice.
I remember that. Peter Frampton, of course. Fleetwood Mac.
Absolutely.
Fleetwood Mac.
Dude, my dad had destroyed like 4 copies of Frampton Comes Alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I love Peter Frampton, but I want to stab him. Not gonna lie.
Oh man. James, how about you?
Well, the first album I ever bought personally was like old school Beatles. Cool. I Want to Hold Your Hand and all that stuff. That was the first album I ever bought. But my sister is a little older than me, and she always had Queen and the Rolling Stones and Kiss and all the cool stuff. So I got my influences there too. Yeah, David Bowie. Remember, she listened to a lot of Stones and Queen.
Very
so
nice.
I got exposed to all that stuff early on.
Cool. Yeah, good foundation. Dana, how about you?
Yeah, I think like the older brother and sister factor is high here because I didn't have to buy a record for a long time because my sister and my brother just had great record collections. Again, David Bowie, Zeppelin. But I think in the Rolling Stones, but I think my first record that I might have bought was either Heart, I think Dog and Butterfly, and because it was so cool to see women rocking.
Yeah.
And Aerosmith, I remember Toys in the Attic.
Oh yeah, I love that album. Love that album. And Bob, how about you?
Well, so I had a little different kind of I knew that I didn't know, but as it turns out, I loved all sorts of different kinds of singers and stuff. And my father was very into music as well. He's even though he turned out to be a physician, he was a concert pianist. So he loved music. So I was always turned on by like Sinatra and Carlos Santana and just all these old school. And like I said, he loved just all music. So I think, I don't know if I bought it with my own money, but I was totally into the Jackson 5.
Nice.
Michael Jackson. So I had I think, even though I had a bunch of other Jackson 5 records, I think I may have bought ABC. But
cool.
I can absolutely remember when I was 9 or 10 years old, I lived in Monroe, Michigan, and the local Kmart was very close. And back then, I think I remember trudging through the snow and going to the Kmart and buying the Boston record.
Oh yeah.
I think I paid $6 for it. And
that's a fortune back then.
And the whole thing about it was I paid for myself, but I didn't buy, and this is the whole thing. And I bought 100 records for this reason. It just looks so fucking cool.
Cool. Yeah.
The album cover, the artwork looked so badass. I do know that my best friend Paul Blanchett, I went to a private military school, and he had older sisters and brothers as well. But the first record him and I went and bought, but he paid for it, was Thin Lizzy Jailbreak.
Nice. That's another
but he paid for that. But I know that the first record that I ever bought with my own cash, I think was the first Boston record, man.
Awesome.
And
that's a great album.
That shows a bit of why I have gray hair.
Yeah, I was afraid to tell mine at first.
Hey.
It's gonna bump it up. It's like Nirvana.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but then I really can remember that the second record I bought, and not that this has anything to do with this question, was this Don Kirshner's rock concert compilation record. And it had MC5 playing Kick Out the Jams and fucking Black Sabbath playing Paranoid on that phone.
Oh man.
There was like I think my sister Missy, my older sister, I think she's got it from me, but that's what was going on with that. And I had that, but those are my first two records.
Cool. So Andy, how about you? What was your first album?
Mine was a Queen record.
Do you remember which one?
One with I don't remember the title, but it had like "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions."
Oh yes.
And I remember like paying like $18 for it, you know.
That's
back before you can just go on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Joe, how about you? What was your first album?
I think I have you guys all beat. I think if I can remember right, my first album I actually bought for myself, not stealing from my brothers and sisters, was The Flock of Seagulls.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Leif Garrett.
No.
Did you have the haircut to go with it?
Well, yeah.
You gotta ask Gryffen. He's my nephew. He just got a record player.
All right. So Gryffen, what was yours?
The first one I bought for this was the Nirvana Unplugged album. Yeah. But
very nice.
And what did your aunt buy you?
Houses of the Holy, Bad Butterfinger, and Aladdin Sane.
Wow.
Oh shit.
And Express, but that's not here yet. So.
Rockets.
Oh man. So Aladdin Sane kind of changed my life. I don't know if it's changed your life yet, Gryffen, but
in the process.
Yeah. And then then just dig into all kinds of Bowie.
Yeah, Hunky Dory.
Yeah. Fantastic. Let's see. BJ, how about you? What was your first album?
Let's hear it, Paige.
First album I owned was my aunt's original pressing of Black Sabbath.
Wow.
And I just, to this day, I don't think there's a bad song on the thing. It's just, it defines me from at that point on. I was all about music. But the first album I purchased was Journey, Captured, double live.
Nice.
Recorded in Detroit.
Nice.
Oh, dude, Steve Perry's like, okay, so my computer just all of a sudden decided to reboot on its own, so I had to call you on my phone.
No worries.
So I was like, what the fuck just happened here? But,
I saw you come back.
I did catch the last part of that Journey thing, and Steve Perry is one of my biggest influences. I love Journey.
Just an amazing voice back then, man, and even today, some of the new stuff sounds pretty damn good,
bro.
Yeah,
but it's that Journey double live Captured is still one of my top 5 favorite live albums.
Awesome.
I'm not even sure about all that, but I know Evolution and like the first 3 records were like some of the most influential records on my vocals I've ever heard.
Yeah, some of that stuff that they used to do the duets with Greg Rowley and him trading vocals was amazing. Just amazing.
Love Greg Rowley. Graham.
Holy I think my one was Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction. Pretty sure.
Nice. Very nice. Very
nice.
Yeah, I got to start getting music in about 80s, like 88, 87, 88. And I think that's when that was pretty popular back then. Yeah, I like Metallica too, but I think I got one in Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Appetite for Destruction. I'm pretty sure that was the first album I brought. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Dana.
Yeah.
We need to go to Australia because I want to party with this guy.
I agree.
I totally want to sit down and get shit fucked drunk with this guy. Not even lying. And then we're gonna go. And then we're gonna go to the bars, get in a fight, take all the hot chicks,
Jeremy Kumar will cook.
do all that shit.
Emma from Aussie. Emma the Aussie.
Yeah. By the way, where is Jeremy?
I think he's working.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Bobby, I just wanted to say hi to you in the band.
Oh,
I don't have any makeup on today. Hi.
Aunt Missy. Thanks for joining
Easy
us.
on.
My computer. Everybody, that's my sister, my oldest sissy. She was one of my biggest, James, like you said, she was one of my biggest musical. You know, she used to play all the shit. She's 3 years older than me. And she would play all the shit, not either yay or nay, but I always mostly yay.
So Missy, what was your first album you bought?
You know, I heard you talking about all your Bowie albums, and those were some of my favorites. But I think the first album I bought might have been the Rolling Stones' "Some Girls." I'm not sure.
Oh
no,
that's a good album.
It could have been before that. Do you remember, Bobby?
You know, Missy, I don't want to embarrass us, but I believe it was like Elton John or the Osmond Five.
Oh, I had a Partridge Family album. I know that.
Yeah. Well,
And
hey,
that too. Oh,
nothing wrong with those.
So, hey,
I
we
think
got
my sister did.
Not trying to take out to like. So we got a crazy Partridge or David Cassidy story. So my father was a physician. We were very lucky. So when one time David Cassidy was coming, and my sister thought it was like the whole Tiger Beat and all this shit, and my dad was like, okay, so he used to, like I said, he loved music, so he'd take us to see all these cool concerts. We saw Elton John and David Cassidy and the Jacksons and everybody. One time David Cassidy was playing at Pine Knob, and we were staying in the same hotel as them because we were and we were from Monroe. I guess we decided to stay up there. This motherfucker got in the fucking elevator while me and my mom and my sister were going to the pool, and my sister had fainted, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Like I said, like seeing that whole 70s heart thing. It was the funniest thing ever. So, not to embarrass my sister Missy, but that was
I loved him. He was way hot back then. Way.
Oh yeah. He is. That dude was super hot, man. I'm a dude, but yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm trying to get back on my computer. So you guys, somebody else talk. Miss Dana,
so Petra, how about you?
First album I bought was AC/DC High Voltage. My daughter there, Paige, stole it from me. I still had it. Remember, James? James, we went looking at that little mall, and that's where I found it. It was an import album. Remember that? We hunted all over.
Yeah.
It was that little mall in Detroit with the Sears.
Yeah, Universal Mall. Yep.
No, not Universal Mall. It was smaller than Universal. Remember?
Westland?
It had
Westland
a Sears.
They all had Sears.
Yeah. They're like anchor stores.
Sears.
No, it was in between like your place and Denta Heidi's.
East Side?
No, not East Side. That's a big mall. Not Lakeside. Not
Oh,
East
Lakeside,
Side.
maybe?
No, not
Macomb?
no, it was a tiny little mall.
Oh, Eastland.
Eastland.
Southfield.
Oh, 8 Mile?
Oh,
Yeah.
Off of
Eastland? Eastland, yep.
Yeah,
There you
AC/DC High Voltage. Still have it,
There
but
you
my daughter confiscated it from me.
There you go.
Chuck, let me back in, brother. I'm logging back.
You're
with
in,
my
buddy.
computer.
Ed, how about you?
It was the Beatles' Red Album, and I must say James had a influence on me for that. Again, a lot of my musical influence came from the elders in my life, including my sister Petra.
and James, and even my mom. You know, she listened to ABBA, and my sister, she had, like she mentioned, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Ozzy, Journey, Foreigner, Boston, and even I'm hoping I'm not embarrassing you here, Petra, but Village People.
I love that. macho man.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah, my Apple Music is just full of a full range of
Or
music.
Ed.
I love music. It's, you know, it's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
And a lot of influence right across the board.
Fantastic. So, and Paige, we already heard you stole an album. So what was
Yeah,
your...
I have many. I have so many, probably like 1,000.
Wow.
Nice.
I collect them from anyone who gives them to me, so I will take it. But my first album that I bought with my own money was Supertramp Breakfast in America. That was my start.
Love it.
It was $2. It was in the bargain bin at a local record store, and I picked it up, and that was my start.
That's awesome.
Great.
Missy,
Yeah.
Missy.
Yeah.
I can't see your face.
Oh, God.
There you are.
That's a great
Where's my
There she is.
very talented niece?
Angie, Uncle Bob wants you.
That's my young Miss Dana right there.
Oh,
But hey,
awesome.
so you guys, my niece is this amazing musician. Not that it has
She's
anything
coming.
to do with Dead 5, but I want her to say hi to everybody.
Here she is.
Hi, Angie.
Hello.
I'm good.
We're
How
doing
are
a Dead
you
5
guys?
interview. You got any questions for anybody?
Ask Dana a bass
yeah.
question.
Yeah. So Dana, what's like your favorite song to play? It can be like one from the band or just like any band. You have a favorite song?
Well, that's a great question. So I don't know a lot of covers, so I like to play the new. The song that we just wrote called Bob. What's the song called?
Which one?
Getaway.
Which one?
Sure Shot Getaway.
The one that
Buffalo?
the newest one that
Sure Shot Getaway.
Sure Shot Getaway. Yes.
Yeah. Wait till you hear that. You'll know why I love it. There's a kick-ass bass part in it. And it's just,
Oh my God! Yes, there is. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a great bass line.
Yeah, there's
Zeros, ones, and threes, Dana.
Oh my God! Yeah, the part in zeros, ones, and threes where your hand almost falls off.
Oh, I think she might have froze
Somebody's
again.
freezing.
So
yeah, that's the old school Anthrax song we wrote.
That is the old school Anthrax. So Chuck, not only do we have Automatic Death Machine that was like a total thrash 80s song. On our new record or these new recordings, we have a song called Zeros, Ones, and Threes, and it is and we're not ripping anybody off, but it's very Anthrax-ish.
Inspired.
It's Anthrax,
Nice.
Flotsam and Jetsam-ish. It's very. By the way, we do have one scheduled show that's coming up in April or May, I believe, and it was from last year with Flotsam and Jetsam at the Diesel, and we're still playing. It got just postponed a year.
Oh, it's not.
So if it happens, it's in like April or May. Den 5 and Flotsam and Jetsam. Another one of my Eric AK and the guys, I mean, have been him and Jeff Tate and Ryan James Dio and Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, my metal guys, and then you get back to my rock guys, which is Steve Perry and Steven Tyler Roth and all the good Geddy Lee and just all the good stuff. So I don't think 2112 left my turntable for 2 years when I was like 10. And Missy, no, it didn't. But I would wake up every morning to all the young dudes. All the young dudes.
Awesome. Well, guys, I sadly have to wrap up our interview. It's been fantastic to see you. I know it's only virtual, but it's great to see you. Regardless, this is great. I thank you so much for being a part of Fans with Bands.
Thanks for
I
asking.
really appreciate
All the fans. Hey, all
love the music.
Gryffen, Grant,
Yeah.
Missy. So you see, Graham.
No, let me see. I'm on my phone, so I
Graham,
yeah, I see
say
Graham.
something.
Hello, how are you?
Just talk some stuff. Graham
Okay,
lives in
yeah.
Australia. He is
Yeah, I'm in Australia.
badass.
Yeah, I'm representing
We're
Australia.
jealous. We wish we were
Listen
there.
to sexy voice.
We're huge in Australia.
Yeah.
We're huge in
Yeah.
Australia.
Graham, where do you live in Australia, brother?
I live in Canberra, actually, too.
Yeah.
The capital.
And
Okay,
so,
very nice.
what is your favorite kind of beer? It's not Foster's, is it?
Nah, I drink Brent Spoke. It's like a microbrewery. Yeah.
Okay, so you drink.
Actually, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people don't drink Foster's over here.
Right. So it's not Crocodile Dundee shit.
Nah, definitely not. Nah, totally different.
We need to go.
Oh, dude, I hope I get to meet you someday. Like I said, if we ever make it to Australia, I definitely want to party with you.
I'm so down.
You guys notice that he is wearing a Dead and Five
amazing.
fucking shirt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Andy.
Yeah, so is Andy. So
But
is
Andy's
Andy.
been our fan. Andy, and I'm not taking you for. Oh my God, I'm not taking you for granted.
Oh, they got it off the movie.
But I'm close. I'm in Ohio.
Okay, I still love you.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Ohio's kind of
Ohio's cool. It's close. And thank all of you guys, even you, Gryffen.
Thanks. Thanks, Graham. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I've got just one last little controversial question. It's easy, but it's controversial, and that is pineapple or no pineapple on pizza, James?
I was a pizza cook. No pineapple. It's unethical.
Pineapple. That's what I had for dinner.
Dana loves California. Let me hear I'll eat any pizza. But
You answer.
No.
Oh, no pineapple. Oh.
Killed me.
Oh. Graham, how about you? Pineapple? No pineapple on pizza.
I don't mind it, but most of the time, no. I'll go for meat lovers or
It's
something
not
else.
like something that I would order, but if it was there. But I like anchovies.
Yeah,
I like
pretty much.
anchovies too.
Yeah.
So.
Anchovies are good. Yeah, they're good on
I'm
pizza.
that.
Yeah.
I'm that. I'm Filipino, so I like fish.
Joe, how about you?
Pineapple?
Oh,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Toledo Joe.
Oh yeah.
Very-
Yeah. What's wrong with pineapples?
Petra.
Pineapple and bacon.
No,
I like my pizza with no dough.
Always. No.
Oh.
Miss Dana.
Oh boy.
Deciding.
Dana, how about you?
Pineapple and ham. I like it. Yeah.
Pineapple and ham?
Pineapple and yams.
Hawaiian pizza.
Pineapple and ham.
Yeah.
All right.
P&P, pineapple and pork.
Everybody drink Terramana
Yes.
tequila.
Yeah. Andy, how about you?
I'm with pineapple.
With pineapple.
You're with pineapple. All right. Very nice.
Chuck. What about Chuck?
Let's go.
Yeah, what about Chuck?
I'll go last. Dave, how about you?
Pepperoni, mushrooms, onions, extra sauce.
Very nice. Very nice. Brent.
I'll eat pineapple on my pizza. That's fine. Feta and pepperoni.
Oh, feta.
Otherwise.
Feta, tomatoes, and
There you go.
a nice chicken. Not bad.
Maybe it's an Ann Arbor thing or something. I don't know.
And Paige, how about you?
I like pineapple, ham, and bell peppers.
Oh, nice.
It's
Gryffen.
a good combo.
Oh, that's right. You were no pineapple. We lost BJ somewhere. Ed, how about you?
I just had pineapple pizza for dinner.
Oh
It's
my
still in
God.
my belly.
Oh my God.
I think it's like a half and half.
Wow. Yeah. And Bob, you were a pizza or a pineapple guy? No, you said
I
Filipino.
will
You were
eat it.
okay
It's not
with it.
something that I will order, but if
He
like
likes
say my
fish.
son or somebody or somebody who I'm with
Yeah.
like says, "Hey, how about pineapple?" I'll be like, "Okay." But I'm mostly like a
Yeah.
pepperoni, mushroom, double cheese kind of guy. Anything with cheese.
There you go.
Any
There you go.
kind of cheese.
There you go.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. I'm pretty much in the fuck pineapple camp, and I go triple
I like
bacon.
There you
on
go.
it.
pineapple,
Fuck it.
ham,
Yeah,
and
just
bell
so
peppers.
hard.
I'm more of a traditionalist. Like I like the cheese, pepperoni,
Yeah.
onions, and
Peanuts.
James, you're like a
There you go.
deluxe
extra
kind of guy.
pepperonis because I love pepperonis. but I'll eat a pineapple pizza. I've never. All pizza is a friend of mine.
That's right.
No
You know,
pineapple.
James, I'm probably with you. If somebody
No.
if it was just pineapple pizza, I'd probably like, fuck it, I'll just eat it. What the hell?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, guys, thanks again so much for being a part of this.
Thank you.
And can't wait to see you in the
Thank
real
you.
world.
To my
sometime
family in
soon,
California,
hopefully.
thanks you guys for calling in.
Thanks, man. This is
Andy,
cool.
Graham, Paige,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Petra, and Gryffen.
It's been cool.
Great.
Guys, rock. Thank
Cheers.
you so much.
It's been great actually seeing you guys.
Cheers.
It's good.
The host Chuck
Thank you.
Marshall and us here in Den 5.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks again to Dana, James, Brent, Dave, and Bob of Dead and Five, as well as fans Graham, Ed, Paige, Petra, Gryffen, Joe, Andy, BJ, and Missy for joining me on this episode of Fans with Bands. Head over to the Dead and Five page to pick up some of their high-octane rock music. See the show notes for all the details and links. These are tough times for everyone in the creative industries such as music. Your support of live streaming, purchasing music, and merchandise is critical. If you can help out your local artists, please do. If you are in the Michigan area, consider following the Playing in the Detroit Area Tonight Facebook page. It is a place for fans and bands to support each other and share our combined love of music. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite podcast service to get each and every episode of Fans with Bands. Spread the word by rating the show and leaving a comment. We want to hear what you think. You can keep in touch by following us on social media. This is a Life in Michigan production. Until next time, be well and kick out the jams.